Take a close look at this chart. Notice anything strange? It's a chart that shows how well different Harry Potter characters are represented in the movies. The x-axis shows the number of mentions they were given in the books, and the y-axis shows how many minutes of screen time they had in the movies. But what makes this chart interesting is that they used a logarithmic scale. If you look closely, you can see that the y-axis goes from 10 to 100 to 1,000, instead of from 10 to 20 to 30, and the x-axis follows the same pattern. If you're like me, you learned about log scales in school, but never really applied them in the real world. But this chart provides a great example of how they can be really helpful. The main characters up here, like Harry, Ron, and Hermione, had multiple thousands of mentions in the book and hundreds of minutes of screen time. So if you would have plotted them on a regular scale, they'd be way up in the top right corner, while the rest of the characters would have been clumped down here at the bottom. But on a log scale, the data gets more evenly distributed, and it's a lot easier to read. When using a log scale, it's always important to consider your audience, but when you use them correctly, they can be really effective.